What up guys, it's Cheap Pie back with another video, but this time it's not going to be a deck profile or an in-depth guide. This time it's going to be on sleeves. I just wanted to make a video review about the Baba sleeves, since those are sleeves I recently bought and you can only get online, like I don't know if at their store, like at their OTS store, you can get the sleeves, probably. But you can only get those online. Those are not on Card Market yet, I guess. I guess some stores will list them on Card Market, but at least I didn't find them. And yeah, so I bought some with a friend. He also has some sleeves, so those are €7 each. And I wanted to make a review about them because I've heard that they are supposed to be really good. And I was at a regional where I shuffled my opponent's deck, and I thought to myself, like, those are really nice sleeves, and I asked him what they were, and he told me that those were Baba sleeves. And so I talked to him a little bit, also about longevity and stuff, and yeah, so I decided to buy them myself. This is going to be like a short overview about the things you should be considering. And first off, I want to put these aside. I only want to talk about the color sleeves for a second, because I want to start with the negative thing, and I don't know if you might be already seeing it, but I will get to it when you see the back of the cards. I feel like the negative thing about those is the color they promise you to give is not really the color you receive. I feel like it's the clearest at the blue ones. To be fair, blue is a hard color to make and like to make product with. But even then, I feel like if you don't get the color right, you shouldn't be doing it. Because I hope you can see it before we get into anything else. Like, this is the blue. You can see the Konami logo at the top of the card, but this is a topic for another time. So you can slightly see through the Konami logo. You cannot really see anything else. I hope the camera gets the Konami logo, but I feel like it should be. I will also try to put in the picture of what sleeves are supposed to be looking like on the website. But this is the light blue color, and those are the light blue sleeves. And I feel like I don't really need to explain it. This is like a cool color, but I feel like I feel it's called baby blue, this light blue. I'm not sure about it, but I feel like this is a really nice color, especially even on the website. This is a beautiful color, and I feel like this is just not my thing. You have to decide for yourself if you like it, but here you see how they really are. Same thing goes for the purple. I feel like those are the closest ones because I mean, it's purple, like there isn't that much variety in the shade. But here's the purple, here's the purple next to it. I feel like this is not as bad. It's fine, but to be fair, even I like this purple more than this. So like if it had a lighter shade, I guess would be cool, but it didn't. And the sleeves, I was worried about when I bought them, but I wanted to try them because apple green, same, really like the color. This is the green you get, and I feel like this is fairly obvious that there are some slight differences in the color. So yeah, you have to decide for yourself if you find these beautiful, but personally, I really don't think those are beautiful. I was really looking forward for this apple green, so don't know, not my thing. But the first negative out of the way, the second negative, and then we get into all positive things. The second negative thing is those sleeves are really small cut. Okay, and I don't know if you know KMC sleeves. KMC is also a sleeve brand, I think, from Japan, and they make really good sleeves. But those are also really small cut. With KMCs, it varies from the packages you get, so this is a little wonky. I think this should be fairly consistent, but of course I only have one of each color, but those colors are consistent in the size, so I guess it should be for all of them. But the thing is, this is really shortcut. I think you might be noticing it when I fan out my deck, that everything is to the top, and this happens after just like, I feel like it was after 2 shuffles, maybe 3. Pick out the obvious ones. The Ariana. You can see how close to the top. This happens when shuffling. You have like this little space below, so you can just put it in, and then you have a little frame. But this frame is not enough to secure that the card will stay in there. And I personally feel this is a negative, simply because like those are not really that expensive cards, those are fine. But for example, I just took my Dark Dragon, he's in a Dragon Shield sleeve. And what you have is, you have this frame above. You might be saying, okay, this isn't that much more, which you might be right, but I feel like this little difference makes a lot. So I'm trying to line them up, and you might be seeing the difference. Like it's maybe a millimeter. This is the difference you might be seeing. So even if this gets shuffled and the card moves up slightly, you still have the frame, which I feel like is really important. For example, just think about it this way. What if your opponent shuffles your deck and they have like, I don't know, they have washed their hands, but they have still little moist on their hand, or like wetness. Don't know the right word right now, but doesn't matter. And so when they go over there, they get in touch with the card, and I feel like this is something I don't want. So I wouldn't be sleeving really expensive cards in here, but I feel like this is fine. But the disclaimer, I feel like this is really useful since I'm almost always using gold hand drips, is those are really thick. So you have this frame here, and those get shuffled up even easier. And now that we have a deck with mixed rarities and stuff, especially with golds, this is what it looks from the top, and I feel like this is really weird, because this might be okay, but for example, there are some older cards. I don't know. For example, Snatch Steal got off the list, so most people will be having older copies of it, and if they have a little brownish yellowy thing, you would be able to see it really easily. There is even a card that has like a little bump on the top, but I don't think it's from these sleeves, to be fair. So take it with a grain of salt. I just wanted to mention the deck is really visible from the top, so you should have cards that are all near mid, I guess, but otherwise you would be able to see it. Okay, and for everybody who thinks, oh yeah, I can just double sleeve it, to be honest, if you're going to double sleeve your deck, it doesn't matter what's on the inside and what's the inner sleeve. Like, nobody cares. You can even put it in a McDonald's wrapper or something, so like oversleeving doesn't count, so you have to consider it single sleeved. Yeah, so those are the cuts, and I hope you can see what I mean with they get shuffled to the top. Should be fairly visible on all of them. And yeah, so this out of the way, we can now get into the positives, but I just wanted to mention the negatives first, because this is where most people view, so they can take themselves like a lot of consideration. So yeah, what is positive about these sleeves? I will take the blue ones for this because I just wanted to show the color even more, because those are the ones I'm most disappointed with. Maybe a green, but who knows. Yeah. The nice thing about the sleeves is, if I get the lighting right, they have a really nice texture on the back. I should be able to get, this is like an auto drying sheet, much finer texture, but I don't feel like this is really better, as you can see. And also they have a big glare. I don't know if it's perfectly visible on the camera, but they are not like advertised with having a matte back, I feel like. At least, oh no, they have a matte back, but they have a glare. Not a big deal, but just something I wanted to mention. Like they have a little gloss, also a drying sheet sleeve, and I should be having, hopefully, a dual matte. No, but doesn't matter. Oh yes, I have the dual matte. So, and the dual matte sleeve, just why I'm showing dual mattes and matte drying sheet sleeves is because they also have a different back, if you noticed. I feel like mattes and dual mattes are really different. So here you see not matte and not dual mattes and barber sleeves. So you have a little comparison. And yeah, so to be fair, if you like glossy sleeves, those are really good for you, because most of the glossy sleeves have terrible back quality, and I feel like they have a really nice back quality. So as mentioned, those are really rough at the back. Like if you go over it with your finger, you feel 100%. And I feel like this is a good thing, because I want the back of my cuts to be rough. So when I shuffle them, it goes really smoothly. Of course, the thing is with longevity, I believe this should be better for longevity, because if it's more rough, the cuts will more likely not be sticking together. So this is a really big plus. So I enjoy it a lot, and the shuffling feels really, really nice. Would I say it's better than Dragon Shields? Maybe a little. So to be honest, I feel like the shuffling should be better, but this is a little trade-off for the size of the cuts. So like I feel like if they would be able to make good colors and to make the sleeves a little bit larger, then I would be perfectly happy. But what I feel like is you can buy black and whites really easily. They should be fairly good, because then you don't have the color problem, you just have the size problem, which you have to consider for yourself. As mentioned, I wouldn't put any really expensive cuts in there, but otherwise this should be fine if you have Newman copies of all the cards. And maybe you don't play the gold rares, because I feel like the gold rares aren't the perfect example for those, because they're a little too big. Then you should be going back to Dragon Shields. So yeah, those are the sleeves. They shuffle really nice, as mentioned, and this is the positives. Price wise, I feel like it's the same. Maybe if somebody lists it on Card Market, you can get them cheaper. I don't know if they sell to other sellers, because they're like a store themselves, so maybe they don't even sell to other sellers, and then you don't get them on Card Market, which I think is a bummer, because I even feel like you have to pay €5 for shipping, even if you only buy one package. So I feel like it should be like €2.50 or something, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure you can send sleeves even cheaper than €3, not dollars. So yeah, this is the thing, and I hope that helped you to review those. Yeah, make a picture for yourself, and have a good one. See you in the next one.